Hi everybody, it's Darlene with Featherweight Doctor. How's everybody doing? Happy Monday. Today is a different Monday than normal because it's a holiday. Yay! Let's see here. Oh, how do I turn myself off here? Hold on, sorry. Okay. Here I am. Okay. So, hi guys. Hi Bryce. Hi Carla. So, happy Monday. It's Labor Day. Hello Rose. How are you? I decided to change around how I do these. Today is a very special day. Today is the first installment of a new segment, if you will. We started, I don't know, a few months ago now, a Quilt As You Go sew along. Hi Becky, hi Missy, hi Mom. And so I have been getting a lot of featherweight questions also, but I've been getting a lot more quilting questions. And so since I am actually a national quilting educator, I thought I might, answer some of your quilting questions, not necessarily related to the featherweight. Hi Bonnie, happy Labor Day. Hi Linda Wood and Jackie, Caroline, hello. So I thought we'd start off because I have to admit, I did not quite know what Labor Day was, if I'm being fully transparent. I did not, hi Deb, know what Labor Day, the origins of Labor Day. So I Googled. Thank you, Google. Hi, Bridget from Rimrock. I Googled how Labor Day was started. And I guess I'm not really too surprised after I read it, but I got this off of the History Channel website. So Labor Day pays tribute to the contributions and achievements of American workers and is traditionally observed on the first Monday in September. Happy September. It was created by the labor movement in the late 19th century. It became a federal holiday in 1894. So I thought that was kind of interesting. So happy Labor Day, everybody. If you are a talented American worker like myself, this day is for us. Okay, so what we're going to do today is something a little different, and we're doing an Ask the Doctor show, but this time it's not going to be about the Singer Featherweight. It's actually going to be to answer your quilting questions. So I got two quilting questions from a friend and fan named Becky out of Kennedale, Texas. I know she's watching. Hi, Becky. And her questions were regarding the term scant quarter inch. What's the difference between a regular quarter inch seam and a scant quarter inch seam? And also to talk about squaring blocks up. So hi Jennifer from Alabama. So we are going to talk about those two items today. So first and foremost, I actually did a little research on this because I remember being taught about a scant quarter of an inch back in the day. I started quilting when I was in my first year of marriage about 25 years ago, but I was 7 years in before I had taken any kind of formal classes or education regarding not only machine quilting on the home sewing machine, but just general piecing and getting points right and all of that. 25 years ago. Oh, Bridget, she's a friend and fan. She's in Rimrock, Arizona, said her daughter was born on Labor Day 42 years ago. She's just 2 years younger than me. Anyway, because I was all self-taught, it was before the days of YouTube where you had at least, or really much internet actually. I was really floundering around quite a bit, and to me, done was better than right. And it wasn't until I started taking some formal quilting education classes where I decided that right was just as good as done. So the difference between a quarter inch and a scant inch is literally a few threads. So I brought out some of my quilting feet because I thought I would show you. This is a quilting quarter inch piecing foot that we have for the featherweight. It's a quarter inch on both sides of the needle. Talk about a Labor Day. Exactly. Bryce. So Bridget, Bryce just made a funny about your daughter being born on Labor Day. She said, talk about a Labor Day. That's funny. Hi, Debbie from Kentucky. So when you're piecing with this 1/4 inch foot and you're trying to achieve your 1/4 of an inch, the general rule is to try and have the raw edge of the fabric up against one of the edge of the feet. The scant 1/4 of an inch is where you are a few threads under the foot, so you can't quite see the edge of the fabric. They also have 1/4 inch feet with guides, so this is the one that we sell here on the shop website, featherweightdoctor.com, and this ensures that you're exactly at that 1/4 of an inch on the right side of the foot. However, it doesn't do you any good for determining what your scant 1/4 of an inch is. So Becky, what I do is I line my fabric up so I can't see the raw edge of the fabric to the edge of the foot. The reason why scant 1/4 of an inch seams are beneficial, especially on a complicated block where you have many pieces and cuts and seams, is if you are that thread or two off in the other direction, by the time you have all of these pieces out for your block, you can be up to 1/8 or 1/4 of an inch short. So the idea is to, especially when dealing with complicated pieces or blocks where you have many seams for block construction, that you use the scant 1/4 of an inch rule, and then you'll have your block to the correct size by the time you get all of those seams out to the outer edge. So I hope that answers your question on the scant 1/4 of an inch. There are some patterns that specifically call for scant 1/4 of an inch seams. So it's really, oh, there's something in the air. It's really important that you, especially on a pattern that calls for it, that you observe it. Otherwise, your block size probably won't be correct by the time you get done with it. So, all right, here is our scant 1/4 of an inch. The next thing we're going to talk about is squaring blocks up. And since we're in the middle of the Quilt As You Go sew along, where we will be squaring blocks up, I thought this was a really good time. Hello from the Harrows. I thought this was a really good time to be able to talk about how to square blocks up properly. So the first thing you need to do, now I have a couple of our pre-quilted Quilt As You Go blocks in front of me. I have the, oh shoot, I can't remember what that one's called. It was the second week. And then here's another one. So what we're going to do, of all of the rulers in my studio, my 12-inch square is my favorite one, like hands down. I like to cut my long strips with it when my fabric is 1/4. It's perfect for squaring up. You have to be really careful with your 12-inch grid though, because it's actually a 12.5-inch grid. So on two sides, there's an extra 1/2 inch. So I can't tell you how many times that has messed me up, where I've accidentally cut to the wrong cut because I had the wrong side of the ruler messed up. So over 25 years of marriage or of quilting, that's happened several times. But when I'm squaring blocks up, what I like to do, it's a little cheat. First of all, the blocks that we're doing for this particular quilt along they're only 8.5 inches finished. But I have done that quilt that I posted about a long time ago. That kind of gave me the idea. They were 20 inches. So I actually, look at this. This is a 20.5-inch square. This is a little luxurious. That's total overkill, but they are available. I actually had one of my favorite quilt shops order that for me specifically for the for that particular project that I was working on. Okay, painter's tape, quilter's best friend. What we're going to do is we're going to take our 12.5-inch square, because we're squaring up to 8.5 inches. And just so we don't make any mistake at all, we're going to find the part of the ruler where you have the 1 and the 1. So these two sides are the whole inches.
I'm having trouble hearing you.
Sorry, Siri wants to talk to me. And then we're going to take and find our 8.5 inch marks, and we're going to put blue painter's tape and make an 8.5 inch square line up on our 12.5 inch square. Hi, Kathy from Illinois. So I'm just going to take a long piece here. I'm going to find my 8.5. I'm going to show you guys what I'm doing a little bit better here. Okay. Sorry about the pole. Okay, so I'm going to take this and put it down on my ruler like so. And then I'm going to do the same on this other side. This is going to be our cheat if I don't have an 8.5 inch square to line my 8.5 inch project up. Okay. Okay. So here is our 8.5 inch square. Okay. So I'm going to take my block. I'm going to set it down on my cutting board. Hi, Patricia from Walter, Texas. And I'm going to line this up so I can see where my blue is going to be. Now this block is actually a little small. I think with the Quilt As You Go blocks, they shrink up a little bit when we quilt them. It's okay if it's not totally perfect because we are going to have seams covering the 1/4 inch around the outer edge, so don't worry about that too much. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the 2 edges that are in front of me on top, and then I'm going to turn my block around and line this back up to my painter's tape to make sure that I have a true 8.5 inch block. And I did that with my 12.5 inch ruler, and my 8.5 inch block is perfect. See how there's a little teeny tiny bit of batting showing here? It won't matter because we'll have a 1/4 inch of overlay over the top of it. So I'll do one more so you can see how I use this little tool that we have fashioned. All right, so I'm going to line my block up as best as I can. Making sure I'm well within that 1/4 inch for when we go to put this together. And I'm making 2 cuts. Like so, and then I'm swiveling around. Oop, that's why we have the tape. Okay, I always double check everything before I actually cut. All right. What's the saying? Measure twice, cuss once. All right, guys, that is how you square up a block. Again, if you are doing the Quilt As You Go so along with me, then eventually we're going to be trimming all of these up to 8.5 inches to start doing the joins. So this was a really timely, Becky, thank you very much for your question, timely question. All right. Oh, Jackie says, your dress is so cute. So I have a reason for wearing this dress. Today's Labor Day. If you follow the old-fashioned adage that you can't wear white after Labor Day, today was the last day I could wear this dress. And because of COVID and me not going anywhere, I haven't had an opportunity to put it on. So that's why I had to wear it. But thank you very much. It makes me feel like I'm in Hawaii. But I'm not. I really appreciate everybody joining me tonight. If you have any other quilting questions that you would like me to answer, then please feel free to email into Featherweight Doctor. The email address is info, I-N-F-O, @featherweightdoctor.com. If you are interested in any of the feet that I showed earlier, then these are also available on our website, www.featherweightdoctor.com. Wednesday, I will be back for our week 7 of Quilt As You Go. I have not uploaded my cutting instructions yet, as it is Labor Day, and I've been trying to not overdo the labor part of Labor Day. but they'll be up tomorrow. This week's block is Sedona, Arizona. It's specifically Bell Rock in Sedona, Arizona, so I'm pretty excited about that. And then Friday, we'll be back for our sip and sew, but it's going to be a remote sip and sew. I am not camping this week. I'm a little camped out, but I will be on Bainbridge Island with a new friend. Her name's Carol, and she's invited me to do a porch social distancing sip and sew. So I will be on her beautiful porch overlooking Puget Sound on Friday. I'm pretty excited. Thanks for joining me, everybody. I hope you had a great holiday weekend, and it really means a lot that all of you join me each time I get on. Have a great rest of your day. I'm going to go upstairs and get the barbecue cranked up and have some chicken grilled. All right, we'll see you guys later. Have a good night.